Welcome back to Guitar Theory Modules. This is Module 66 and we're on pages 156 and 157. In this module, I'm going to show you how to play the minor flat 6-5-1 progression in any key, anywhere on the fretboard. We have a variety of chord shapes we can use for this minor flat 6-5-1 progression. We can play minor or minor 7 chords for our 1 chord, and for our flat 6 and our 5 chord, or our dominant chord, we can use major chords or dominant 7 chords. Here's a minor shape you can play with the root on the 6th string. This is fingers 1, 3, 4, 1, 1, and 1. So you're barring across all 6 strings. This happens to be a B flat minor that I'm playing because I'm placing the root note of the shape on the B flat on string 6, fret 6. If I were to move it up a fret, it now becomes a B minor. And here's a minor shape you can play with the root on the 5th string. Fingers 1, 3, 4, and 2. This happens to be an E flat minor that I'm playing because I'm placing the root note of the shape on the E flat, string 5, fret 6. Here's a minor 7 shape you can play with the root on the 6th string. Finger 2, 3, 3, 3. So finger 3 is barring across strings 2 through 4. Finger 2 goes over the top of finger 3 to give it some support, but also to play the root note on the 6th string. And here's a minor 7 shape you can play with the root on the 5th string. Finger 1, 3, 1, and 2. So finger 1 is barring strings 2 through 5. And here's a minor 7 shape you can also play with the root on the 5th string. This is fingers 3, 1, 4, and 1. So finger 1 is barring strings 2 through 4. Here's a major shape you can play with the root on the 6th string. Finger 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, and 1. And here's a major shape you can play with the root on the 5th string. Finger 1, and then 3, 3, 3. So finger 3 is barring across strings 2 through 4. And another major shape you can play with the root on the 5th string. This is fingers 4, 3, 1, and 2. Here's a dominant 7 shape you can play with the root on the 6th string. Finger 1, 2, 4, and 3. And here's a dominant 7 shape you can play with the root on the 5th string. Finger 1, 3, 1, and 4. So finger 1 is barring strings 2 through 4. And another dominant 7 shape you can play with the root on the 5th string. This one's shaped exactly like a C7, except you're only playing the middle 4 strings, so you have a movable shape. This is fingers 3, 2, 4, and 1. The fretboard diagrams at the top of page 157 show how to find the root of your 1, flat 6, and 5 in relation to each other. Let's talk about that flat 6 for a minute. In the natural and harmonic minor scales, the 6th scale degree is a half step lower than it is in a major scale. And non-classical musicians tend to classify intervals and scale degrees in comparison to the major scale. So a minor 3rd is often referred to as a flat 3, a minor 6 is often referred to as a flat 6, and a minor 7 is often referred to as a flat 7. And that holds true for scale degrees as well. So the 6th scale degree in a major scale is just called 6. Because that 6th scale degree is lowered a half step in your natural and harmonic minor scales, we call it a flat 6. So if the root of your tonic, or 1 chord, is on the 6th string, the root of your 5 chord, or dominant, is going to be 2 frets to the right on the 5th string. And your flat 6 is going to be located 1 fret to the right of your 5. So there's your 1, 5, and your flat 6. And remember that our 1 chord can either be a minor chord or a minor 7. Our 5 chord and our flat 6 chord can either be major or dominant 7. Now, if the root of your tonic is on the 5th string, the root of your 5 or your dominant is going to be on the 6th string, same fret as your 1 chord, and your flat 6 is going to be located also on the 6th string, 1 fret to the right of your 5. So there's your 1, 5, flat 6. And again, for our 1 chord or our tonic chord, it's either going to be minor or minor 7. Our 5 and flat 6 can both be either major or dominant 7. At the bottom of page 157, we have this minor 1, flat 6, 5, 1 playing exercise. What I'd like you to do is pick a few minor keys a day. You could choose from this list, or you could take yourself through the circle of fifths. For this first example, we're going to choose the key of A minor. The first thing I'd like you to do is find and play the root of your 1, flat 6, 5, and 1 chord in relation to each other, with your 1 chord being based on the 6th string. So if we're in the key of A minor, that A would be 1, flat 6, 5, and 1. And make sure you name those notes. So that would be A, F, E, A. And then play a minor 1, flat 6, 5, 1 progression with the root of your 1 chord on the 6th string. So our 1 chord could either be minor or minor 7. I'm going to use minor 7. Our flat 6 can be major or dominant 7. I'm going to use dominant 7. Our 5 or our dominant can be major or dominant 7. I'm going to use dominant 7. And then back to our 1 chord. So in this case, that's A minor 7. You could use A minor. F7, which you could also play as F, and E7, which you could also play as E, and then back to A minor. And then do the same thing with the root on your 5th string. First, pick a key. This time we'll pick the key of D minor. And then find and play the root of your tonic, or your 1, and your flat 6 and your 5 in relation to each other. So there's our 1, it's that D, flat 6, 5, and 1. And name your notes. So D, B flat, A, and D. And then play a minor 1, flat 6, 5, 1 progression, starting again with the root of your tonic on the 5th string, and we are in the key of D minor, so it's going to be right here. So I'm just going to play all minor 7th chords and dominant 7th chords, but remember you could play major triads or minor triads as well. So 1 chord, flat 6, 5, and 1. Or D minor 7, B flat 7, A7, D minor 7. Don't forget to check out my book, Guitar Theory Modules. Of course, you can watch all these videos for free, but if you have your own copy of Guitar Theory Modules, you'll have all this information in one place. It's going to be a lot easier to follow along, so I'll leave a link in the description. Take your time with this, and then when you're ready, I'll see you in Module 67, where I'm going to show you how to play the minor flat 7, flat 6, 5, 1 progression in any key, anywhere on the fretboard.